So tonight we're going to be making the sirloin with Shallot-Dijon sauce. If you're new to Home Chef, you can tell over on the right side that it says in your box. So what that actually means is in the bag. So take your bag out and kind of make sure that you have all those items. In the bottom right you see it, expert, not spicy. It tells you the time it takes. So now once you flip it over, you'll see on the top left, it's going to tell you what you need, your salt, your pepper, your cooking spray, baking sheet, all that kind of stuff. But the one thing you want to really pay attention to is the preheat the oven. Most of the time it has that in there. Sometimes if you have pasta, it's going to tell you to get the water going. Alright, so now I've got everything rinsed and washed off, and I'm getting ready to cut. I like to take these nice and slow, because I don't want to cut my fingers off, which is probably pretty common around a lot of places. But what you're doing is you're cutting these into half wedges, kind of like this. Alright, I've got my potatoes all cut up. Now I'm going to cut up my asparagus. I like to cut off just about, I guess, where you see that rubber band is. The reason for that is once you get pretty low, it gets kind of woody and a little bit chewy. Alright, so I've got my asparagus here in the bowl. Plain and simple, just going to give it a little olive oil, a little salt, a little pepper. Strong. But you can do it nice and thin. That way, if you don't like the taste of them as far as the crunch, but you like the flavor that they provide, once you cut them up nice and small, you know, you can cook them way down to where they're almost translucent. So it told you to add the stuff to the pan, the pot roast seasoning and the olive oil. So what I did was I just put it on them and I tossed them myself. So we'll give it 2 teaspoons. Go ahead, stick this in here and we'll let it go. Alright, so you can see I've got my asparagus on the plate, or the pan. Once we get the potatoes done over here, then we'll transfer them here and throw it in the oven. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and season up our steaks here. It's pretty simple. You usually want to do this well ahead of time, just so. Alright, so our potatoes have cooked. We can go ahead and spread them on our plate here. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to go ahead and throw our potatoes and our asparagus into the oven. We've covered our asparagus with the Parmesan, and I even added a few little bacon bits. It says 8 to 10 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and put it at 9, and then we'll go ahead and check on it here in a minute to see how it's doing. So let's get our steaks. Okay, so we're going to add 2 teaspoons to our hot pan. And 2. Always lay them down away from you so the oil doesn't splash onto you. So we're going to get those nice and going, right? Alright. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and give these a turn to make sure that they are cooking evenly. Oh yeah. As you can see, we've got them starting to darken up a little bit, which is good. Don't have that oil too hot to where it's popping and you have to cover it up. You want to take these out and let them rest. The reason we let them rest is they keep the moisture inside them so you have juicy steaks. If you're like me, I like my meat to be on the drier side. I don't know why, but I do. But this is, you can feel that right there. Yep. That's getting about medium rare. I'm going to take this one out. This will be my wife's. I'm going to let mine keep going for a little while. Because I like mine to be, like I said, a little drier, a little more done. Ooh, yeah. That looks good. Alright, so our asparagus and our potatoes have come out. I'm going to leave this on the back here just to stay kind of warm while we make our sauce, so we'll be right back. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make our sauce, and like I told you, you can add however many shallots you want to this. It's up to you. It's your taste buds. And whatever you like. I like a little more, but we're gonna let those cook about 1 to 2 minutes. Whoop, lost one. That's a shame. So after this, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add our demi-glaze, and what your demi-glaze does is it pulls all those little bits off the bottom of this pan right here that gives you a little more flavor. Yeah, it looks like it's just about ready to go. These onions are smelling so good. That's probably one of the best smells in this whole wide world, is smelling some sauteed onions. Alright, so we're going to add our cream. We're going to add our demi-glaze, and like I said, this is the one that will break everything off the bottom there and add it to the flavor. Sure that anybody that's eating a steak isn't going to mind that as far as their sauce goes. So. Alright, we'll be right back after we get this going. This shouldn't take very long. We want it to cook down just a little bit to where it thickens. And it's already starting to thicken. You can see the steam coming out of it. So it's already starting to thicken. It doesn't take long. Once that cream starts heating up, it starts to break down and thicken up a little bit. Alright, so like I said, this didn't take very long. I only paused the camera for maybe 1 or 2 minutes. So what we're going to do after this is we're going to let this thicken for just a few more minutes, and then we're going to remove it from the burner and we're going to add the Dijon to it. It's going to be fantastic. Alright, so now we kind of got it. Oh yeah, there we go. Starting to get that film on the top of it. So we're going to remove it from our burner. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start plating this. So if you enjoyed this as much as I did, let me know. Leave a comment, tell me what you thought. That'd be fun. Alright, so here's the finished product. Thanks for watching. And again, this was so here's the finished product. Again, this was the sirloin with Shallot-Dijon sauce. If you try it, let me know what you thought. Take care. Enjoy cooking.